further. I'm just going to ask one quick question here is, as we kind of talked about some expectations, in your class, what would you expect out of your students?
Well, from an academic perspective, I don't expect that everybody's going to be necessarily reading at the 9th grade level right away, but I sure hope that my classes will help them get there by the end of it. As far as behavior goes, I would expect that your kids have a basic understanding of right and wrong. Seriously, no, it's not a given. It is not a given. I pride myself on being a role model in every second of every day. And I have clear behavioral expectations for the young men and young women in my classes. And I would expect that they would pick up on that quite quickly. And they do. They do. And it rubs off. I see it in the hallways. I can pick out my kids, at least some of them, in the hallways, I think. As far as, I did want to add on to what was being talked about down here, I think an effective thing for parents, forgive me for digressing here, but get your kid to teach to you what I taught them in class. For no more than 5 minutes. What did Mr. J teach you today? What was the basic topic today? Well, today we talked about the 2 different types of inflation. Fine, talk to me. What are they? What is cost-push inflation? What does demand pull inflation mean? And if your child, your son or daughter, can explain that for just 3, 4, 5 minutes, it's wonderful how forcing them to teach to you makes them learn it better. Reteaching is a wonderful technique, and I encouraged all the parents that I talked to last week at parent-teacher conferences to do that with their child every night. So yes, absolutely, regardless of whether or not there is a particular book assignment, and I too, like Ms. Kaiser, assign homework every night, every time that I see them. But regardless, have them teach you what they learned in class, and they will. As far as the other expectations, the school basics, for the most part, are well enforced. The school administration does a wonderful job of getting the kids into the classes on time, and 99% of my students do a nice job of being physically prepared for class. It is I don't have to worry much about that kind of thing. Anyway, I will handle the academic expectations. You just get them there with a basic sense of how to act, and I'll take it from there.
And paper and pen. Yeah.
Yes.
Always a plus.